Now today we're gonna be reviewing actually one of the better looking ones, but I did pick up those classes for this one, but we'll get there when we get there next year by this point. I'm gonna be honest, I guess when you get through. Now we're gonna look at the 30-minute fantasy Rosan night or Rosan night. Basically, it is a black night. In simple terms, it's a black night. There is the Libra night, which is the white night. So you want to be neckbeard about it. Cry me forever. I don't really care. Anyways, I bought this at the same day as a Libra night, and these in total cost me. I got both of them for I think 25 each. I think it was. So actually, it's very pricing. And this is your standard one you could pick up. The accessory packs you got to pick up later on, or you could. I mean, they're pretty cheap. They're like $10 at least. Which is technically it would technically be the Paladin and the Holy Knight, which is like a black on the armor already that's added on with some purple, and then the Holy Knight is like purple, which kind of like it does break away from the color of just being dark colors only, and does give it a little more color to pop out a little more, but not as much. It's a problem too. It doesn't pop out as much, but we'll get there when we get there. I have them as well. Put them up in a big collection with everything else I bought from Hobbytown. Yeah. Anyways, let's see if it's worth picking up this night and see if it's good for your collection. Now, I have everything. I got the armor on. I'm not going to try to take it off at this point. It's ridiculous the amount of time you gotta take the armor off, put it back on, and start. I was painting the sword too, so if you see some of the weapons are colored, like a silver or have certain things painted on them, I decided to do that because I do want to break the color up because instead of having like a all like dark color between like here and here, you want to break it up and give it like more of a no, not like more of a color break. The shoes look the same. I might later on go back and do the little screws because it's like light things to make it really cooler for me. So I'll let the arm on because okay, I am not fighting it. So I will say the purple with the light purple and the dark. I do like how that looks. It does break away from like having a certain type of color to make it basically as like dark as it is. And I will say it does make it really cool. And actually with the with certain ones, so with Lancers or I think it's Liberator. Oh yeah, Liberator and Rosan. Rosan, them two are like the opposite. So Liberators are normally like light color variants, and these are like darker variants. So you may have like the wizards, the archers, the um the bishops, and we are getting a new subclass which is a commander, but and we are getting the guy with big fists. And we know that one's getting a darker variant anyways because we know these will always get a darker variant. And I would say I do like the card on this one, and I do have the first one as well too. Well, the Liberty Knight. I call it Dark Knight because I like how it is like a Black Knight, and I have full black. I will probably do that if I want to. Paladin is pretty much it's a lot of the Paladin is the same stuff they did on the Warrior or the Fighter. A lot of it is the same stuff of panlining it on the back of the head, the face underneath the. A lot of it you can panline straight up. It's actually pretty easy. And this one is not affected by the armor, especially within leg armor. So with the fighter, that one had a problem of having like thick ass armor on the legs, so it could have been. But this one you gotta bend it back to the back to leg. It's actually pretty good actually. The articulation, a lot of them are the same articulation. So I would have double jointed arm, but we have not got that yet. and all bought one still. And these things do get out of the way, so in case you need to do anything, and yes, I do have the accessory packs. I do have both. So I refuse. I will refuse those when I get to them. But right now, I want to go with the basics before we get to the full detail of it, and we jump into like the crazier armor bits and changes on what is changed on it, what's not changed on it, what parts are does not need it or needed. It's like stuff like that makes it a little more convoluted, I guess. So yeah, drop down hips like usual, and actually all of them have drop down hips. So if you know, if you've done one, you may have done all of them. So it doesn't matter which one. If you grab a wizard, a lizard man, or the dragonoids, I will have that on the way. I did buy the subclass for that one too. The what's it called? So my brain is so fried right now. Uh, Lord, yeah, the Lord. I did get that one too. So it should be here between I don't know 7 to 10 days at least. So it should be around the same time I get both. I was technically basically the same under all across. Our technique is all the same except for skeletons. We'll get to that when we get to that. I mean, size wise, he is your standard height for a figure. So here's Hound, a other model kits. I forgot this guy's name. Sorry, you realize I realize that I'm pretty tired right now, but yeah. And here's the fighter. I will say when you have a lot of them together, you can make a whole squad. You got them dark and some lights, and you will look good. And here's your Marvel Legends standard. I would say the Daredevil is a standard. It was a standard, I guess. So I get ton of fun with them. I forgot to do one thing. I forgot to show you the shit it has. My brain is so tired right now. So fists, open hand for actually a weapon, any kind of weapon, which I pretty good, and open hand. So if you get any of these, they're in a fantasy, so you will get your standard hands, which is the open hands, holding hands, which is pretty good, and fist. So in case you just say screw the weapons, yeah. I do have one of the pegs on here, so in case you want to put the sword or shield, it doesn't matter which one, you actually can. Which is pretty good because I like weapon storage on a figure actually. The shield, it's your two-piece standard, not my favorite design, but whatever. And I will say the fact you could actually put the peg on here and put the sword on here. That's that, and then forget to put the peg on. Put this on right here. You can put on there pretty decently. And the thing is, if you don't like having a big ass bulky shield on it, you have to put sword. So in case you want to have some ink thinner, which I do pretty good because I mean you could have the 3 different portholes and still make it work. And the thing is, pretty good. Actually, you could put on any porthole. So here, it doesn't matter which one you put on. It doesn't matter. I will say I do like having my knife with the sword on the side of the hip. My favorite designs. So I get them off on this one. I I honestly will say it looks pretty good. If you do more work on it, it it can bring out that color in case you're looking for some color forwards and not just what it comes with or what it has for coloring. Because the color it has is really nothing technically, and the I will say the LiQWDY actually is a technically a off white, so you can't line it to break out that color. With this guy, you really can't see the color, even if I mean you can see some if you do pen line it, but it's not right there. So if you're looking into pen lining it, you can do it. It just depending on how dark you want it. I did have black on it, and I also have a gray too, I think, or brown. I'm not sure. And I will say it looks pretty good. And I will say if you do get the other classes, like the archers, the wizards, the soldiers, or like the swordsmen, which are kind of like the Roman Empire kind of guys. We also got samurai too, which that one is going to get rid of your color anyways. So yeah, let's wait for that when it comes out. And listen, man, yeah, we also have a Dragonoid. It only has one color out so far. Kind of surprised. You would think that they would also release a, I think a Rosan Knight, or say a Rosan Dragoon as well, but no, we only have the Libra one. So okay, I mean that's fine, I guess for now. I mean we'll wait, hopefully, to make sure we get one. I would like to see if we get that because it'd be really cool to have two different, it's the same thing but a little off color, so you could have either rivalry or friendship, or depending on what you want to have. If you're in that, and we also have a dragon you can build, and they get rated, but it's a little small for my collection. I mean, this dragon is like it's pretty the same size as these guys, as the fancy guys. It's the same size of them, and it's $25. I mean, I kind of get the pricing. It's only like $25, and you can't ride it. The dragon. It's actually pretty cool looking. And the optional stuff, other optional item stores, item shop stuff. There's like treasure chests, boxes, other armors, a armory. You can put your weapons on, and then uh, bonfires, fires, sticks you can hold, caves, little signs. There's so much stuff with this. You can actually just run through it pretty easy and find what you're into. I do have some of those, but I don't have all of them. I'm missing like two of them, I think. Two or three of them. Yeah, I know I'm missing the barrel with the staff looking thing, and that comes with their pairs of hands. And of the sign with the little weird creatures. Like I said, there's so much going on with this. You're kind of looking at so much, but technically it is a little more streamlined. So rather than looking at the 30-minute missions part of it and that part, is add on even more, because that one has like the bigger boys and small boys and motorbikes, horses. It's so much going with that one, and they also work with these two. So in case you don't want to stick with the fancy only, you give it modernized armor. Yes, you could. So actually, you're not really limited. Same with the Hermit Sisters. You could put some of the armor that you have on these guys and put on them. So that's kind of cool. And change out the heads too, in case you want to give it a little more foray, I guess. But is this worth picking up for your collection, the Knights? I mean, yeah, it's actually pretty good, and I will say it looks fantastic. If you are starting getting into the Tournament Fantasy, I think it's worth getting. And we also had the other ones coming out too. I kind of like that part. So hopefully we'll get there soon. Hopefully. So I hope you have a good day, and I'll put in the description if you want to buy this thing. So peace out, people.